Hello, my name's Roger. You might recognise me from ExtraTyne, and this is my United. First game was in the 92-93 promotion season against Notts County. It was a nice sunny day, I remember, and Andy Cole got a goal. Rob Lee, I think, scored, and David Kelly, and it was like my first experience of standing. I was in the Leazer's end, and it was just an amazing experience, and I was hooked from then on. This one was quite hard actually, because when you think about your life supporting Newcastle, there's so many different amazing moments, amazing goals, like Bellamy at Feyenoord, many Nobby Solano goals obviously, but my favourite was probably for what it meant to the person and what it meant to the fans probably as well, was Rob Lee against Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final. Ultimately it ended in glorious failure, but it was just such an amazing moment, and it was a great goal as well, to be fair. Shearer, cross, Rob Lee had couldn't ask for better than that. Favourite player growing up, probably Solano, although I was growing up by the time I was watching Nobby, but he had everything. He had a little bit of everything. You know, you play anywhere, and he just had a foot like nobody's business. He was just such a magical player, and I was so pleased when he came back. And obviously, he's a dancing trumpet player, so you cannot really beat him. So definitely Solano. This is a bit of a slightly controversial. I like the 99-2000 Adidas one. Brown ale with them. I think it was NTL later on, the season after. I just really liked it. Was the blue trim on it. It still had some of the features of the Granda collar shirt as well, in the stripes, and I just thought it was a great shirt. Really nice kit, and the white socks, even though it was Rudd Hullett's decision with those, but we'll accept it. Kevin Keegan, absolutely no question whatsoever. He was the manager when I first started watching Newcastle, and I think you're hooked there straight away because he was the one that was there when he just made the club ambitious again. He made us think bigger than what we were at the time and what we could be, and it was sad the way he left, and then when he came back was so exciting, and again it was sad the way he left, but I'll never ever forget what Kevin Keegan has meant to Newcastle and to me. He makes us quite emotional actually, but yeah, Keegan all the way. Feyenoord away, definitely. That's probably, I would imagine anyone who was there would say that was their game. I think it was all the build up to it, travelling over there with some of the lads from the Bellevue, and all the shenanigans on the boat and out in Amsterdam, and then obviously getting to the game was an absolute drama. Being at the game was massive drama, 2-0 up, 2-2, and then Bellamy in the last minute, and then grabbing what I believe was Batman and Robin behind us in fancy dress and tumbling down on the seats, on the benches, about 6 or 7 rows down, and then after the game, waiting for the result to come through that actually meant we were going through the next round of the Champions League. So Feyenoord all the way. A player that broke my heart, I think Andy Cole possibly, but I would have to go more recently with Demba Ba. I think of what could have been. He could have been a great player for Newcastle. Well, he was a great player, but just losing him for that fee on a release clause, I was absolutely devastated. A moment, I'm tempted to say the monsoon against Sunderland, but my own personal one was Shearer's testimonial. I was living in London at the time, tried to get to Stansted Airport, missed my flight, I'd missed the check-in for the flight, and at the time I was sitting in the front row of the East Stand, and I had to go back to my mate's house in London, watch the game on ITV 2 or 3 or whatever it was on, and see my seat for the whole entire 90 minutes, and that absolutely broke my heart. So yeah, Shearer's testimonial, devastated. Probably the Feyenoord game. I think that just sums up what Newcastle is, what it could be. I just think it was one of the greatest moments ever as a Newcastle fan, so I would go with that one for me. This was a tricky one, but I'm going to go with Ryan Fraser. I think a few months ago I wouldn't have said that, but ever since Eddie Howe's come in, I think Fraser's been really key in what we've been doing, and he runs his socks off. He's tenacious, he creates chances, and I just think he needs a goal, and I think we could get a few more out of him this season. So Ryan Fraser, surprisingly.